one more thing with rewarding the yes in particular, I like to be silly and fun with them. To increase motivation. So instead of here's a treat in your face, I want to activate their play drive, their prey drive a little bit. So if I say yes, I want them to chase after me a little bit and be silly. So it's upping their motivation. Especially now they're puppies, like they want to be silly and playful. So I don't expect them to be so serious all the time. Hey, we can. Ready? Hi. Crazy puppies. There is a time and place for calmness and a time and place for natural puppyhood type things. I found what works best for all dogs in general is balancing the two. Some dogs genetically are more prone to being couch potatoes, whereas some dogs are more prone to being really active and needing a lot of enrichment. I feel like these guys are more of in the middle. They're not overly hyper, they're just puppies right now. Oh my gosh, guys. So even then, I really recommend finding a balance between the two. So obedience is something that is used to kind of navigate between those windows of expectations. I found that for some dogs that are a little bit more energetic, only wanting them to be calm there's a lot of conflict genetically. And then at the same time, well, we're mom all the time. Let's send them to daycare every single day. That's something that has its own conflicts. Rainy, thank you. Because, excuse me, it keeps them in a constant state of arousal. So I like to find a balance between the two and saying, like for me in my house, I have 3 dogs and 2 of them are working dogs, so they're extremely high energy. They're different than most people's dogs. For me, inside time is quiet, calm time only. We do not do anything of any energy outlet. No training, let's just calm. The only type of training that I do is a place command, and I really only use that to help them settle from being crazy outside. So outside, they're allowed to do whatever they want. I'm very interactive with my dogs, so we go outside, we do a lot of tug, a lot of fetch, all of that stuff. Anything that I can do that's interactive with them, where they're playing with me. I live in the country, so we do a lot of like hiking in the woods. We have a little creek back there, so we go do all of those things. They're really great inside because they have those opportunities for enrichment, so I'm not fighting them all the time. When I first got my first working dog, I wanted her to be calm all the time, and that was super problematic. So then I was exercising her with really high activity things all the time to wear her out, and she just became a super dog, and she was at all time just like so aroused and so crazy. So again, what I found to be helpful for my situation is we do crazy stuff outside, and then we come inside and we do like a downstay or Rainy, thank you. A place command to activate the brain, using the brain, so that we can mentally calm down and exist peacefully in the house. So they have their enrichment, they have their fun things, the things that they biologically need to do. So that way when I ask them to do, hey, this is how you exist in this area inside, it's not a fight, it's not a struggle. So again, lots of individual attention from this really gonna go a long way. But you can still do fun things like taking them to the lake, river, taking them out on a hike, whatever, together. But I would do a lot of like fetch and obedience work, all of those things. I think it's gonna be really, Rainy, I keep having to say your name. What are you doing? Gonna be really beneficial in building your relationship and creating expectations for them so that they are more responsive to you and much more coexistent in your house. Again, because they're puppies, I really think it's a big deal right now to create rules and structure for them and give them expectations of how you expect them to exist in your house through obedience. And don't make such crazy rules that it's impossible to abide by, but make those rules and stick to them. So a big thing for them, especially since, I think Rainy is, for me, the one that I've noticed, she gets a little like pestery with like her mouth and stuff, like she's like, come play with me, she'll grab Gus's ears, and a lot of times she'll like grab my leash and stuff. Out. Play. So I use the word out. It means leave something alone. It means leave a resource alone. It can be you, it could be another person, it could be one of the other dogs, it could be something that they're trying to get into, it could be them chewing on the furniture. The word out means remove yourself from a resource. I really, really recommend making it a big deal that you advocate for your space. So it should be done in a situation where there's not a lot of conflict, or I should say, it should start out where there's not a lot of, they don't really care about it. So like if you're walking down the hallway and they're there, instead of walking around them or stepping over them, you're gonna say, oh, make them move out of your way. It should be done with no emotion. We're not putting an emotional response to it. It's just my space is necessary, or my space is to be respected, please move. If you're sitting down and they come over and they like start to climb up into your lap a little bit, out, make them move away. And I practiced this plenty of times where I'll go sit down on their level and make them leave me alone. So let's see if they, it's been a while, so let's see if they are respectful. So if I'm sitting down, obviously, oh, you guys are making liars out of me. I'm at their level. I don't want them coming and crowding my space. So it's important now to teach them that your space matters, and you don't want to wait till a situation that they're really invested in claiming that space or invading that space, I should say. So like jumping up, like if you come in a house and they're like, oh my god, I missed you so much, I'm so excited to see you. And you're telling them, right now my space is important. It's not a good learning opportunity because they're not in a learning mental state. Hey, Gus. Hi, Rainy. Hey friends. So if I'm inviting them over, that's fine. And as soon as I don't find it as equally enjoyable, I will make them leave my space. Nope. Out. Thank you. Gus, out. Okay. And all I need is them to just out. Move away a little bit. No. Out. Out. Good. And again, no emotional response to it. I'm not fussing at them. I'm not being physical with them. I'm just saying, hey, move out of my space. I hope you can see over there. I can't really, I'm blind, so I can't tell what my phone is picking up or not. Hi. Rainy. That's not anything for you. Rainy, come. Good girl. And it's a really good thing also to practice, so that way when they're older and they care a little bit more about their resources and they're both coming over to you for attention and they start getting a little jealous of each other and their hormones are different, we don't want them fighting over you with each other. Gus, out please, thank you. It doesn't be in there. Come here, Gus, come. Hey, good boy. I give him 11s, and then when I'm done, out. No, out. Good. And I don't need him to run backwards, I just need him to not be like right up here. No, out. Good. Cool. Okay. Let me get out. I feel like that's pretty good for considering when I met them, they would be like all over me. I'm just gonna breeze through the commands real quick. I really obviously want to get together with you because when COVID first started, I had to do all my go home lessons and videos, and I feel like it just was not as successful because you watch a video all day long until you're actually there doing it, it's not the same thing. So, Mr. Gussie will be the experiment. So, come on. We have sit. If he doesn't listen, no, sit, no, sit until he does. Down. Good. If he doesn't listen, no, down until he does. Okay. Then we have, for leash walking, we have let's go. We'll just put them to our side. Ready? Come. Thank you, ma'am. Hi. I always walk them on the same side, but that's because I do it so often that it's easy for me to do. But I know that's a lot of like juggling for some people, so if you want to do, no, one on each side, we're just gonna get them to your side through leash pressure, and then let's go. Hoping my phone, there it goes, follows me. Let's go is their cue to walk with me. Let's go. The prong collar, good job, helps them understand what I'm asking. Every time we stop walking, they should go into a nice little Gus. That's my puppy. Gus, sit. Good job. Okay. Place was place. Girl Rainy. Gus. This is place. Oh, Rainy. Place. Thank you. I like to have them on individual places. Dog bed, blanket, towel, mat, anything that they can distinguish what their boundaries are is their place. So this wouldn't be their place because I don't know when they've gotten off. I use it to teach impulse control, spatial independence, for them to help put calm on command, help them settle down from a high activity type ordeal. Again, that's how you use it for my dogs, is to help them settle down after they're crazy from outside. If I bring them inside, they're gonna still be crazy. So this is, hey, I know you're all wild up from outside, let's come settle down. The idea is when they're on their place, no matter what's going on around them, they have to stay on their place and not impulsively respond to things happening around them. So if I throw food place, don't make a liar out of me. If I throw food on the ground, all of ooh, girl, place, all of those things are things that they're not allowed to respond to. Good girl, I know this so hard. Toys, place. I know you're still stuck. All of that stuff, place. If a dog is around, place. Get a scared thing up. Good girl. Beta, go back to your room. Beta, go back to your room. This. Good. Come on, old lady. All of those things are a good skill set to have so that they don't, in other situations, in other contexts, they don't need to be so impulsive about things. Again, they're puppies, that's something that's gonna have to be gradually built up. I would say at home, find something that you want to be the place and start out really small with expectations. Strengthen before you lengthen. We're going to give them value of being there, so we'll say place. Good. Offer them reinforcement for being on there. Good job. And then start moving around, start going and sitting down, something that they're normally used to getting up and responding to. Nope, place. If something like that happens, just a puppy, no big deal. Place, we'll break it down a little bit. Now I'm gonna go to the chair, but for worker for being on there. Until I can fully sit down, relax, disengage from them, do other things, and then like, I'm gonna get them for that. And then you can build up how long they're on their place. They're puppies, they should not be on here for like 2 hours at a time. I would say right now a good amount of time is between 10 to 30 minutes tops, and then use it during like dinner time, or there's people over and you want them to settle down. You're gonna work your way up to more and more expectations. We wanna set them up for success, all the good stuff. I wrote notes, that's why I keep looking behind there. I think that's all I really wanna go over on camera. We did e-collar stuff too, but I'm not sending the e-collar home until we go over that in person. I feel like the e-collar is the one tool that can kind of be like messed up and used the most inappropriate. So when we can get together for that, that is what I did for off-leash training. They were amazing off-leash. I took them over to Vandy Field, off-leash, all that good stuff. I still use them on a long line just to make sure that they earn their freedom. And moving forward, I think that's a good idea for you guys too. Just because we don't want off-leash puppies getting into trouble with other dogs or traffic or whatever. So let me know when we can get together. And until then, I hope any of this makes sense and is helpful for you. I know that they are a handful. They're very cute little puppies, but there are 2 of them, so it's always extra spicy fun with two puppies. I have 1 puppy in that room, and she has a lot. So let me know if you have any questions.